The internet is on fire again, and guess who's standing in the middle holding the gasoline? Chrisean Rock, the queen of chaos, the undisputed champion of Did She Really Just Say That? Moments went off on live like she was auditioning for Love and Hip Hop, Judgment Day, but this time, even Who Trophy Bino's face couldn't hide the shock. His expression said what the entire internet was thinking. Lord, not again. In the span of 10 minutes, Chrisean managed to turn a chill live into a digital WWE SmackDown full of screaming, spilled tea, and enough shade to block out the sun. 1 second she's ranting about loyalty, the next she's calling out names like she's hosting a roast battle nobody asked for. And poor Bino? Just sitting there, blinking frozen, probably wondering how he ended up in a real-life meme. Twitter's calling it the meltdown of the month. TikTok's got remixes, slow-mo edits, and even dramatic reenactments. And let's be honest, if the Kardashians thought they had drama, Chrisean just snatched the crown, because this wasn't just a live, it was a public emotional explosion with Bino's silent reaction acting as the mic drop that broke the entire internet, and trust me, it gets crazier from here. It started off like any other Chrisean Rock live, loud music, chaotic energy, fans spamming the comments, and Baby Jr. crawling somewhere in the background while she's half talking, half vibing. But within minutes, the vibe shifted from fun and playful to somebody grab the popcorn. Because out of nowhere, Chrisean's voice went from chill to volcanic. She leaned into the camera and said, "Y'all think I'm the problem? Nah, I'm just real." And that was the exact moment everyone watching knew something was about to go down. At first, people thought it was another one of her motivational rants. You know, the kind where she goes from preaching about loyalty to threatening to block someone in the same sentence. But nope, this time it hit different. She wasn't just talking about people, she was talking about Bino. The energy in the room was thick enough to cut with a butter knife, and the wild part? He was sitting right there. Who Trophy Bino, calm, collected, and clearly regretting every decision that led to this moment. Fans flooded the comments instantly. Wait, is that Bino in the back? Oh, is she about to go off on him live? This man looks like he's rethinking his whole life. Because make no mistake, Chrisean wasn't holding back. She said, "I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. And I don't like people acting like they for me when they really not." Then she turned to the side, right where Bino was sitting, and the camera caught his face in perfect HD. That look? That mix of shock, guilt, and pure survival instinct? Yeah, that look became a meme in less than 5 minutes. Twitter lit up like Times Square on New Year's. Someone screen recorded the exact second his soul left his body and captioned it. Bino realizing this live wasn't about God. Another fan tweeted, "Bino's face when he realized he's about to get cooked in 4K. Within hours, there were thousands of posts, edits, and reaction videos all dedicated to his facial expressions. But the real question was, what started it? What triggered Chrisean's meltdown this time? Because the internet was desperate for answers. Turns out, just before the live, fans noticed Bino had posted a suspicious Instagram story, nothing too wild. Just a cryptic caption that read, "Sometimes you gotta step back and let people be who they are." That single sentence was enough to send Chrisean's emotions from 0 to blue-face level rage.c. In Chrisean's world, cryptic posts are declarations of war. And she doesn't do subtle. When she saw that story, she didn't text him, she didn't call, she hit go live faster than the Wi-Fi could buffer. And that, my friends, is where this viral storm began. The first few minutes of the live were classic Chrisean, ranting about real love, loyal energy, and fake people using her name. But then, fast come in dust, but then, as fans started asking questions, is she talking about Bino? Did he cheat? What happened to their collab? She started heating up even more. She looked dead into the camera and said, "I'm tired of these dudes who want to act innocent, but they really messy. Like, bro, you not no angel, stop playing victim." The comments went wild. "She's definitely talking about Bino," one wrote. "Girl, blink twice if he's next to you." And just as people were trying to piece it all together, Bino finally spoke. Softly, calmly, he said, "Ain't nobody doing nothing to you, Rock. Chill." That's when the explosion happened. Chrisean snapped. "Don't tell me to chill, Bino." She shouted. "You posted that little quote like you Beyonce or something. Be real, you knew what you was doing." The comments section erupted. One fan typed, "Oh, it's over. He's finished." Another wrote, "We are witnessing history again." The tension was unreal. Bino just sat there, head down, trying not to react. But that silence? That was his biggest mistake. Because with Chrisean, silence isn't peace, it's provocation. You got something to say it. She yelled, waving her hands. Don't sit there looking like you mute. It was chaos, pure, unfiltered, reality TV level chaos. And the internet couldn't look away. Clips of the argument spread faster than wildfire. TikTok was flooded with users reenacting the moment, complete with captions like, "Me arguing with my man while he's just trying to eat his food." Even Instagram meme pages jumped in, calling it the Battle of the Block Button. Part 7, but in the middle of all that madness, something wild happened. Chrisean started crying. Out of nowhere, the tone flipped. She said, "I really loved you, brr. I thought you was solid." The comments went from laughing emojis to crying ones. Fans started posting messages like, "She really just wants love, and every outburst is just pain in disguise." And that's the thing about Chrisean, she's unpredictable. One second she's dragging you through emotional lava, and the next she's making the entire internet feel sorry for her. She's not just a personality. She's a walking plot twist. Bino tried to calm her down again, but it only made things worse. "You always do this," she snapped. "You act cool till it's time to be real. Then you get quiet." That line, "You act cool till it's time to be real," became the new catchphrase of the week. TikTok creators were lip-syncing it, influencers were quoting it in captions. And one meme even showed SpongeBob hiding behind a rock with the text, "Me when my girl starts acting like Chrisean on live." By now, thousands of people were tuned in. It wasn't just fans, it was bloggers, YouTubers, and even verified celebrities lurking in the comments. The Shade Room posted the clip with the caption, "Chrisean Rock goes OFF on Bino during emotional live. Fans say his face says it all." And within 20 minutes, it had over 500,000 views. Blueface, yes. That Blueface even decided to poke the bear. He posted a cryptic tweet saying, "Told y'all she don't change, she just rotate victims." Instantly, his comment section turned into a battlefield. Fans dragged him for bringing up old drama, while others said he was right, but one thing was clear, Chrisean's life had officially broken the internet. Her meltdown wasn't just trending, it was everywhere. Screenshots, hashtags, remix audios, and commentary videos flooded every platform. And the craziest part? The live ended abruptly, mid-sentence. She slammed her phone down and the screen went black. Viewers were left staring at the buffering symbol, wondering what just happened. That's when the theories began. Did Bino storm out? Did she end the live on purpose? Did Instagram crash from the chaos? Nobody knew, but one thing was for sure, the silence after that live was louder than anything she'd said. And that silence? It didn't last long. Because what came next turned this messy meltdown into a full-blown celebrity scandal. When that live cut off, the internet lost its collective mind. Within seconds, timelines were exploding like a digital volcano. Comments flooded every platform, TikTok, Instagram, X, Twitter. For the uninitiated, all screaming the same thing. What just happened? Everyone was begging for answers like it was the cliffhanger of a Netflix finale. Fans weren't eating, sleeping, or breathing until they knew what went down after. Chrisean dropped her phone but leave it to the internet to turn confusion into content. Within an hour, there were conspiracy theories, wild guesses, and even fake leaked audio clips floating around. Some fans swore they heard Bino yelling off camera. Others claimed Chrisean through her phone. One account even faked a screen recording titled, "Unseen Ending to the Live Full Version," which, spoiler alert, was just 15 seconds of static and heavy breathing. The chaos was real, and just when people were about to move on, Chrisean came back on another leave, same night. Different vibe. Her hair was messy, her eyes were puffy, and the comments went wild before she even spoke. "Girl, are you okay? Where's Bino?" Blink twice if you threw the phone. She took a deep breath, gave the camera that signature Chrisean stare, equal parts heartbreak and chaos, and said, "Y'all trippin'. I ain't even mad no more." Lies. The internet knew she was absolutely still mad. That's like saying Kanye is done tweeting. Nobody believed her. Then she dropped the bomb. "He left," she said. He walked out, talking about I embarrassed him. Boy, if you can't handle the truth, stay off my live. The chat exploded. Viewers spammed comments like, oh, he's done, not her calling this truth, and someone check on Bino. He's probably hiding in the parking lot. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag pray for Bino and hashtag Chrisean unfiltered were trending worldwide. Ean unfiltered were trending worldwide. And here's where things got spicy. A few hours later, fans spotted Bino posting to his Instagram story. No words. No caption, just a black screen and a single emoji. That's it. But that one emoji said everything. It screamed, I'm not saying anything, but y'all already know. The reaction? Chaos squared. One fan tweeted, this man communicating in hieroglyphics while she's giving us full Shakespearean tragedy on live. Another wrote, Bino's silence louder than Blueface's last diss track. Even celebrities couldn't resist jumping in. Boosie posted, man, y'all better stop going live with your pain. Cardi B commented under a gossip post with the classic. And 50 Cent, being the king of trolling, posted a meme that read, when your girl starts alive, but you still in the room. The caption? Run lil bro. Meanwhile, blogs were feasting. The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, No Jumper, and Gossip of the City all dropped back updates like CNN breaking news. Titles like, Chrisean Rock Meltdown 2.0, Bino leaves mid-live after explosive argument. The comments were so wild. You'd think half the internet had PhDs in relationship counseling, but as usual, Chrisean wasn't done. Nope. She took things from dramatic to downright cinematic. Because instead of logging off and letting things cool down, she went on Instagram stories and started posting screenshots. That's right, private text, timestamped receipts. And voice notes with captions like, this what I mean when I say fake love. One of the texts read, you embarrassing rock, I told you to chill. Another showed her responding, you embarrassing me by acting brand new. Fans instantly took sides. Some screamed, Bino tried to calm her down and she snapped. Others said, he gaslighting her and she's calling him out. It was social media's version of civil war. Team Chrisean versus Team Bino. And while all this digital warfare was happening, Bino posted again. A simple quote, energy don't lie. No context, no tagging, just vibes. Fans translated it like it was the Da Vinci Code. That's a sub at Chrisean. He's saying her live energy fake. He trying to sound deep, but he petty. Everyone had an opinion. And everyone thought they were right. But the most chaotic part? That same night, Bino went live too. Yep, he gave his side of the story. Well, kind of. His live started calm. Too calm. He was sitting in his car, hoodie up, music low, looking like a man who had seen things. I don't do all that internet stuff, he said. I don't need to explain myself. Then he proceeded to do exactly that, explain himself for 20 straight minutes. He said, I disrespect her. I just said I needed space. She took that and turned it into a movie. The chat flooded with laughing emojis. Fire emojis, and the occasional we told you so. One fan wrote, not him calling her meltdown a movie like he ain't the co-star. And just when people thought it was over, he looked at the camera and said, I still got love for her. Though, that single line made the internet collapse all over again. Within seconds, Twitter was screaming, he's still in love. She gonna unblock him by sunrise? This toxic love story never ends. They were right, because not even 12 hours later, fans noticed something impossible. Chrisean liked one of Bino's recent posts. You read that right, after the block, the blow-up, the public meltdown, the tears, she went right back and double-tapped. Fans went feral. The unblocking was faster than Amazon Prime shipping. This woman blocked him for character development and came back like it never happened. It was madness, pure viral magic. TikTok turned it into a saga. Edits showing Bino's reaction face next to her crying clip. Slow motion videos with captions like, they fight, they love, they trend. People were calling it the Toxic Avengers. Even Bino's silence became entertainment. He didn't like her post back, but that only made things worse. Fans wrote, he ignoring her now. Reverse Uno card activated. Others joked, he's waiting for her to go leave again. This man knows his brand. By this point, the internet wasn't even watching for updates. They were anticipating them. Every fan page had notifications on, every blog was refreshing her feed like stock traders watching a market crash. Because everyone knew, with Chrisean Rock, peace is just the trailer before the next episode. And that next episode? Oh, it came fast, and this time even Bino looked done, because when Chrisean decided to go live again the next day, she took it to a whole new level. She didn't just talk about Bino, she brought him on camera. In that, my friends, is where the internet officially lost its mind. When Chrisean hit go live again the next day. It was like watching a storm form in real time. Everyone knew it was going to get bad, but nobody could look away. She was sitting beside Bino, who clearly didn't want to be there. He had that "I'm only here so I won't get fined" face, who'd pulled up, eyes on his phone, silently praying for the Wi-Fi to cut out. "Y'all be doing too much," Chrisean started, scrolling through comments like she was reading hate mail out loud. "Everybody think they know my business, but they don't. This my man." "We good?" The internet froze. "We good?" Fans wrote. "Girl, we just saw y'all emotionally spar on live 24 hours ago." But she wasn't done. "We ain't perfect, but we love hard," she added, leaning toward him. "Right, Bino?" Bino looked up with that half-smile, half-PTSD expression. "Yeah," he muttered. That "yeah" was so dry it could have sparked a wildfire. Twitter lost it. One tweet read, "That man's soul left his body mid-yeah." Another said, "You can hear the help me in his voice." It was the awkwardness heard around the world. You could literally feel the tension through the screen. Bino wasn't nodding, wasn't talking, just sitting there, blinking in Morse code for help while Chrisean spoke for both of them. Fans spammed the comments. Bino blinked twice if he trapped. "Girl, you can't hold him hostage and call it love." Then, out of nowhere, Chrisean switched gears again from defensive to emotional. "Everybody always got something to say," she said, voice cracking. "They don't see what we go through for real. Like, y'all don't understand what real love look like when you fighting for it every day." That line, "real love look like when you fighting for it every day," became instant meme material. TikTok users started posting clips of toxic couples with that quote as background audio. One edit even paired it with boxing gloves and the caption, "POV, Chrisean's definition of true love." The internet was merciless, but while fans were laughing, others were starting to see the cracks. "This ain't funny anymore," one comment read. "You can tell she's spiraling." Another said, "That man's silence says more than her entire speech." It was true. Bino looked drained. He wasn't angry, he wasn't arguing, he just looked tired. Like he'd accepted that his life was now a reality, show he couldn't log out of, and just when viewers thought it couldn't get more uncomfortable. Chrisean did the unthinkable. She scrolled through her DMs on camera. Yep, opened them live. "See, I don't talk to no dudes. I'm loyal," she said, clicking through messages. Fans screamed, "New." The man sitting next to her buried his face in his hands. You could hear Bino whisper, "Stop doing that." She said, "What?" "I ain't hiding nothing." He said louder, "You don't gotta prove nothing to them." And that was it. The switch flipped again. "Oh, so now I'm wrong for showing the truth?" She snapped. "You embarrassed or something?" Bino's eyes shot up. "You know what? I'm done with this." He got up and walked out of frame. The live chat exploded. He left again. Round 2. "She did IT again, y'all." The comments flew faster than Chrisean's emotions. Some begged her to stop, others were cheering her on like it was a boxing match. "Drop the diss track next, sis." One fan joked. Chrisean looked stunned for a split second, then smirked. "He'll be back," she said calmly, flipping her hair. "They always come back." And just like that, she ended the live. Mike dropped. It was the most chaotic, dramatic, meme-worthy 15 minutes in influencer history. Within hours, every gossip blog had it posted. The Shade Room captioned it, "Chrisean Rock's live with Bino ends in walkout." Fans concerned over their toxic dynamic. Hollywood Unlocked wrote, "Bino seen leaving mid-live." As Chrisean declares, they always come back. Even TMZ couldn't resist the headline. Chrisean Rock turns Instagram into a war zone again. Twitter renamed it the live heard around the world. One tweet summed it up perfectly. "That man walked out like his peace of mind was waiting in the car." But here's where it gets even more insane. A few hours later, they were spotted together. Fans caught photos of Chrisean and Bino walking into a restaurant in LA like nothing ever happened. The caption? Toxic love or PR genius? The internet didn't know what to think anymore. Was this chaos scripted? Was this genuine dysfunction? Or was Chrisean just addicted going viral? Some fans swore she's self-aware, that she knows exactly what she's doing. She's the female 50 Cent, one tweet read. Every meltdown is marketing. Others disagreed. She's not faking. That's real pain on live every week. Another said, Chrisean doesn't need a PR team, she needs a prayer team. And honestly, they might all be right. Because whether it's intentional or not, Chrisean's chaos keeps her trending. She's mastered the art of turning personal disasters into career-defining moments. Her fights become memes, her tears become TikTok audios, and her relationships become content gold. Meanwhile, poor Bino's face has officially become part of internet history. Memes, GIFs, reaction videos, his silent suffering is the new Jim from The Office look. Silent suffering is the new Jim from The Office look. Fans call it the Bino blink. Some even say his expression deserves its own emoji, but behind the jokes, something deeper is happening. The more Chrisean explodes publicly, the more people start realizing how fame and trauma have tangled into one giant circus. She's not just living her life, she's performing it in real time for millions. And the scariest part? We're all complicit. We tune in, we laugh, we repost, and we keep the machine alive. By the end of the week, both Chrisean and Bino had gone silent. No lives, no tweets, no stories, just silence. It felt eerie, like the calm before another social media earthquake. Fans began speculating again. Are they done for good? Is she about to expose him again? Or are they shooting a music video? Because let's be honest, with Chrisean, you never really know. The line between reality and entertainment doesn't exist anymore. Every breakdown could be a promo. Every argument could be a rollout. And every viral clip is another chapter in the ongoing saga of her chaotic, captivating, can't-look-away life. And Bino? He might be quiet now, but everyone knows he'll be back, either in her next live or her next lyric. Because when it comes to Chrisean rock, nobody leaves permanently. They just take intermissions. The internet's still screaming. The blogs are still milking it. And fans are still waiting for the next emotional explosion because in the world of Chrisean rock, peace isn't profitable. Drama is destiny, and you better believe the next round is already loading. And there it is, another round of pure, unfiltered Chrisean rock chaos that left the internet clutching its pearls, laughing through the pain and wondering if Bino's next move is to block her or book therapy. From emotional breakdowns to jaw-dropping walkouts, this wasn't just a live. It was a cultural event, half soap opera, half psychological thriller. And fully addictive, but now it's your turn. Trend Tattle family, do you think Chrisean and Bino are really done? Or are we just watching the calm before another explosion? Was Bino's walkout a boy-bye moment or just part of their twisted PR masterpiece? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. I want to hear the madness, the conspiracies, the what-ifs. And while you're down there, smash that like button like you're breaking up with your toxic ex for the 10th time. Hit subscribe like you're unblocking them again out of curiosity. And ring that notification bell like it's Chrisean going live at 2 a.m. Because let's face it, if drama had a frequency, we'd be tuned in 24/7. Here at Trend Tattle, we don't just spill the tea, we turn the kettle into content. From viral fights to emotional meltdowns, we're the plug for every scandal the internet tries and fails to keep quiet. So stay messy. Stay tuned and remember, in this era, every live is a new headline. Every reaction is a meme and every heartbreak is a rerun until the next explosion hits your feed. This is Trend Tattle, where chaos is content and content never sleeps.